same feelings, but the problem is you did condemn and you did call on a meeting and you did form a committee. What do you have to say about the kind of treatment meted out to the protesters, which had large number of women and children? And that brings me to the question as to who will rejuvenate the relationship of Balochistan with the center. I mean, I don't see any reconciliation attempts working anytime soon.
Thank you. How many of you are interested to listen to this question's answer? Quite impressive, okay. First of all, whenever there are protesters, the protests and the agitation has to be within the limits of law. Do we all agree on this? That you have got the right to protest, you have got, no, you don't agree? Okay, good. But when you agitate, every government has certain laws, even in democracies. In dictatorship, they have got their own rules and laws, but it has to be demonstrated by the law. And if those laws are violated, then the role of the enforcement comes, that they try to enforce those laws. So this is the general understanding and a civic sense in which a political environment operates in any country. So is the case in Pakistan. This water cannon, which is more criticized, or slightly probably more than that, there was a lathi charge also. More than 200 instances I can quote from the European Union where they have used these water cannons to curb, control agitation within those countries. So these are the so-called international best practices. First of all, God forbid, there was not the case that we have shot at children or women, or we have gone to extreme positions. They were the basic tactics of law enforcement, water cannon and others. Because they were stone pelting, which was reported to me, so that stone pelting had to be stopped by someone. By whom? The role of the law enforcement was there to stop them. And after that, they made few arrests, which again is according to the law, their inherent and basic right. And when they were taken to the custody, to different police stations, they were released probably within 48 or 72 hours. Some 30 to 34, which were facing the identity parade, they were the prime suspects for the stone pelting. When they went through that, eventually they have been also released. And still all those women, as we speak here in this hall, they are agitating in front of Islamabad Press Club. That basic right of agitation has been recognized and accepted by the state. What are we doing to them? Why are we being portrayed as followers of pharaohs who have just asked them, don't do the stone pelting? What have we done? I would be interested, and I would stand more educated if somebody could tell me that no, you have done ordered the shooting, or any other extreme measures have been taken by the government. We can talk about the Balochistan situation, reconciliation, relation with the center in a very separate mode. I am willing to respond to that. But as far as this specific incident is concerned, don't you know that they are still agitating? The famous lady who's leading the agitation procession, she's there along with her friends. The journalists in Islamabad, they go, they interview them, they record that interview. They are on the digital space, in electronic media. In every hour's news, there is an allotment of time for them. All of you are aware of